What's good, YouTube? It's your boy sSickened, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the best passing defense in Madden 20. This is found within the New York Giants defensive playbook, and the formation that I'll be focusing on is $326. The three plays that I'll be going over are cover 3 cloud show 2, cover 4 drop contain, and cover 2 drop. But let's begin with cover 3 cloud show 2 on defense. And on offense, we'll just be running a simple gun bunch play such as Z spot. So let me set up the offense real quick. And let's say your opponent is running this play on offense. And let's say that this is your play on defense. So you see that the left side nickel cornerback is in a yellow, and the right side nickel cornerback right here is in a curl flat. So you always want your nickel cornerback in the yellow to be on the heavy side of the field. So the heavy side of the field is considered the right side of the field because the bunch is on the right side. So now that we have the yellow on the heavy side of the field on your nickel cornerback, the first step is left bumper down on the left stick to bring in the entire defense. Second step, bring down the safety with the yellow on their side of the field. So the safety with the yellow on their side of the field is this one right here. So I brought him down to the linebacker level. The third step is you're going to want to back up the left side cornerback on the other side of the field so he does not get beat deep down the field. Your fourth step is Y left bumper to protect the sticks. This causes your defense to stay in their specific zones and play that zone rather than trailing a wide receiver or a running back. Now your fifth step is manning up this cornerback right here on your opponent's number one wide receiver. So let's say your opponent's number one read on this gun bunch play is, for example, to the RB wide receiver. I'm going to man him up to the RB wide receiver. You want your two best man coverage cornerbacks to be playing at the left side and the right side nickel cornerback right here. You want your two best zone coverage cornerbacks to be playing each cornerback, the left and the right side cornerback. So those were the first 5 steps. Now this step right here is optional. It's totally up to whatever your opponent is running on offense along with their other routes. I like to move over the right side middle linebacker right here next to the nickel cornerback. So it kind of helps stops the run, and also it causes them to either play the tight end or whichever wide receiver goes into the area since they are in a 3-rec hook. Now, with my user, it's going to be the left side middle linebacker right here. I like to stand in between the end and the D tackle. This kind of helps you stop the run game while also staying in a passing formation. And this is the final play. That's all you need to do. Okay, so we've gone over cover 3 cloud show 2. Let's go over cover 2 drop. Now I run this play whenever my opponent starts to do slant routes or a lot of hitch routes, anything of that sort. So you just do left bumper down on the left stick to bring in the entire defense. The second step is bringing down the free safety and the strong safety since it is a cover 2. And let's say your opponent is running this play right here. They're going to slant the X and the B wide receiver and have a hitch route from the RB wide receiver. So let's say that is what your opponent's offensive play looks like, okay? Now, this linebacker right here is in a mid-read, so they're going to play anything deep down the field. So I like to use the right side middle linebacker right here. Now, this linebacker right here is in a 3-rec hook, but I like to put him in a quarterback spy because that plays like right in this area a lot better than if it were to be in a 3-rec hook. So I leave them in a quarterback spy, and then my user will stand right here on the end right there. And that is the final play. That's all you need to do if your opponent likes to run a lot of crossing routes or a lot of hitch routes. So we've gone over cover 3 cloud show 2, cover 2 drop. Now let's go over cover 4 drop contain. Now I like to do this play whenever my opponent tends to go deep down the field quite often, or they run this specific play on bunch. You guys have seen this play on offense before. It is the vertical plays out of bunch, but right when they motion this B wide receiver on the wheel route, that is when they hike the ball, and they'll possession catch it with the B wide receiver right when he passes that right side nickel cornerback. But I'm going to show you guys how to stop that play. So this is what the original defense looks like. First step is left on the D-pad, up on the right stick, so you could crash out your D-line, removing the quarterback contain. Second step is left and then down on the left stick to bring in the entire defense. Y and then left bumper to protect the sticks. And the third step is backing up the cornerback on the left side of the field. So the fourth step is going to be either determining which linebacker you want to use. I like to move the left side middle linebacker to the middle of the field, because if your opponent were to do a slant route or they were to mix up the vertical play, this hook curl right here will play this zone right here. So it will kind of be exactly where a slant route would go to. So I always use the right side linebacker, or if the bunch was flipped, I'd move over this linebacker to right here, and then I'd use the left side linebacker. But anyways, the bunch is on the right side, so let's say this is what the final play looks like. That is all you need to do. Just make sure you protect the sticks so they stay in their specific zones. And when they motion over the B wide receiver, your responsibility as a user is just to basically guard any open route, but the right side of the field will be shut down, and that will basically be their only read on this play. Alright guys, so I showed you the cover 3 cloud show 2, cover 2 drop, and cover 4 drop contain. Now that is only out of the $326 formation, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.